the way the passing game was last year, and of course the first two games, tight end became very important. These last two, no catches for Green. Has that kind of been by design? You guys gone away from a little bit, or do you look at that on film going, we got to get to the tight end a little bit more?
Just how people play us. You know, just how people play us. You look the last 2 weeks, we've slowed down the passing game. You know, it wasn't like we didn't have people open against Troy. We just didn't catch it. And it wasn't like we didn't have people open last week. We just overthrew them. And, you know, or underthrew them or, you know, didn't get it out there. I mean, I think you watch the film, we had 3 guys open running deep down the field, and maybe I think 4 actually. If we had thrown it to them and thrown it accurately, it would have been another 4 touchdowns. So I don't think we had a touchdown pass, did we?
No.
So we would have had 4 of them when you watch the film if we had thrown it accurately. So, but not by design. It's just kind of how people play us. If they give us the tight end, we're going to take it. If they don't, they're leaving the outside with the receivers open, we're going to take that.
How important is it, you know, to get when Malcolm does get back and being able to do some things with him and Marcus on the field at the same time, or Brandon Hill and?
It's a weapon, you know. I mean, it's a mismatch, and Malcolm's kind of a tough mismatch on people. So it'd be great to get him back, you know, and get him out there and repping. And I mean, he was out in full pads today, and really didn't. I mean, very limited in what he did, but it does, and it'll make you expand the package even more because you have the depth now to do so.
How has the tight end, you know, kind of, you know, emerged throughout your time as a coach and how you've used them, and especially here in your time at State?
I mean, I'm a big fan of using tight ends. I'm a big fan of creating mismatches, you know, and so if you got to find who can be mismatches, you know, and you know, I think one of the things we've found here has been able to find those kind of big receivers, or like Malcolm was, like Brandon Hill was, that is, you know, and as Marcus was when we got here. None of those guys played tight end in high school. You know, Rufus did, and he has that size that they're kind of mismatches to the defense. And, you know, anywhere offensively, that's what you want to find. If you get a really big running quarterback, Tebow or Cam Newton, that's a mismatch. You know, if you have a receiver that you can put in the slot to play tailback or running back, that's a mismatch. And, you know, our tailback, our slot receiver, that's a mismatch on people of how they defend him. And tight end's the same way. He's kind of a receiver, but he can block and be an insert tight end or an on-the-line tight end. Those are mismatches. And so I love using those guys as many as we can.